with the Michigan Health Endowment Fund Capacity Building Resources. That's a mouthful, John.
Well, we wanted to start John off in the morning with a little tongue exercise.
You did. And that's one of my guests, Mr. John Hofer, Provident Health Foundation.
Good morning, Melissa.
Good morning. And on the phone, we have Veronica Marchese, MHEF Senior Program Officer, Capacity Building. So welcome.
Happy to be here. Good morning.
Good morning. So, Veronica, could you introduce us to the MHEF?
Yeah, the Michigan Health Endowment Fund, which we go by the Health Fund for short because it's a little snappier, is the largest health foundation in the state of Michigan. We invest approximately $35 million each year in projects to improve the health of Michigan residents. We support projects through grants to organizations large and small, working in every county and corner of Michigan. Our mission places emphasis on the health and well-being of children and older adults, and our grant-making programs are set up to support those populations. We also invest in building nonprofit capacity, so that's where my love really shines, through grant-making and non-grant programs that help nonprofits become stronger and more effective at serving the health needs of their communities.
Oh my gosh, that just sounds amazing. So, John, what is your relationship with MHEF?
Well, we tripped across the Health Fund on one of our journeys up to Marquette.
Okay.
Trying to improve the health of the community is a heavy lift, and it's all hands on deck. And the good news is we found like-minded folks who had the same goal in mind and a few more zeros in their bank account, as well as people like Veronica who knew where the resources were. And so over the last couple of years, we've tried to find ways to work with them on projects where missions align, and also learn more about how a well-established foundation that looks to improve the health, not of a community, but the entire state, operates. So they've been grand partners for us, and come up to the UP more often than you think, although it tends not to be in January, February.
Oh, no. Maybe not even March. So now this question is for the both of you. What is capacity building, and why is it important to our nonprofit community?
You can start, Veronica.
Okay. So the Health Fund views capacity building as helping nonprofits strengthen the core functions that organizations need to operate effectively and carry out their mission. So for us, that includes organizations' financial health, technology, service delivery, improving partnerships, improving a nonprofit's infrastructure, so that they have well-run organizations. We also invest in helping organizations work together more effectively, since we really know that partnerships and collaborations are really essential to address all the complex health challenges that communities face, especially when you're looking at all those really different counties and corners of the entire state of Michigan.
Oh my gosh. How about you, John?
Well, one of the things that has been done with Michigan Health Endowment Fund and other funders in the UP is a funder collaborative. We meet regularly to talk about opportunities in our community, challenges, and where we might be able to work together and share resources. From our standpoint, capacity building is that tide that raises all ships. We don't do any programming ourselves, and so we need the folks that we grant to do the work. And they need to be in a position to do that work effectively and efficiently with both the funds we grant and with funds that others grant. So we're a local place where they can go if they're having an issue with board development or marketing or long-range planning, that sort of thing. And we'll roll up our sleeves and help them there. Veronica's programs go a step farther because they have access to more than John and Madison.
Oh my goodness. So what are capacity building opportunities that MHEF makes available?
So we invest about $5 million in annual capacity building grants to organizations across the state of Michigan, and that includes quite a few UP grantees. tend to prioritize those smaller community-based and community-driven organizations in that grant making. I'd actually note that our second of 2 cycles of our capacity building grant opportunities is open right now, accepting concept papers through May 14th. So if there are any organizations that are interested in that opportunity, you can learn more about that on our website and read our request for proposals on our homepage, which is mihealthfund.org. And then in addition to grants, we offer a really wide range of non-grant programs and resources to health-focused organizations. And that includes one that is open to any health-focused nonprofit in the state of Michigan, regardless of if they've applied to or received a grant from us. And that's Catch a Fire.
Catch a Fire is really cool. You've seen its results around our community already with folks like the M&M Community Foundation that used it for new logo and branding development. Tell me a little bit about Catch a Fire. It's really neat.
It is. I mean, it really is fantastic. I mean, that is one of the things they do is marketing, branding, logo design. It is so broad, and it really is the most flexible of the non-grant capacity building tools that we offer. And because it's open to any health-focused nonprofit in the state of Michigan, again, like I said, regardless of if you've even heard of the Health Fund, it's open to anyone, any nonprofit and health-focused nonprofit in the state of Michigan. And so it's a platform, a website that the Health Fund pays access to, and nonprofits gain access to a network of thousands, and I mean thousands, of skilled professionals who want to offer their services because, they're sitting behind a desk, often at, their corporate jobs, wanting to give back to nonprofits, and they have skills like logo design or branding. They also might have skills in HR services or finance. They just added a project around AI policy design, which I know is
really?
They also added a project around grant prospect research, which is new because Catch a Fire is always adding new projects. Once they hear, about like funding cuts or, hearing that nonprofits are struggling to find other funding opportunities, they add new projects. They added that.
Oh, cool.
They have projects around leadership coaching, right? They know that nonprofits are really wanting that type of service, so they added that. So all that to say, if it's on your to-do list, they probably have a project for it. So that is our most flexible non-grant capacity building tool that we have. But we have quite a few other ones on our capacity building page. Eligibility rules around a few of them, like if you might have to be a grant partner or a partner of a partner. But that one is open to, like I said, any health-focused nonprofit in the state of Michigan.
We actually went in and went through the application and review process, and it is fascinating. You essentially create a profile of your project, and you got to have your stuff together. I mean, they expect, once they accept your project, that they can start to work on it. But we submitted it, and bing, somebody from North Carolina says, "I'd like to learn more." Bing, somebody from California, "I want to learn more."
Oh, how
bing.
Cool.
I mean, we had like a half a dozen of the highly trained professionals that wanted to lend a hand. So that was a lot of fun. And it is easy to navigate. The folks that are bidding you can see their experience, what they've done, other projects.
Well, I imagine they have to have a profile as well.
I mean, it's everything but swiping right. It is a wonderful, wonderful program.
That's awesome. So, John, what resources are available locally outside of what MHEF is offering?
Well, we cast a little broader net since we service both sides of the river in that regard. So Marinette or Menominee counties. We tend to look more at those things that would separate a functioning to a high-functioning nonprofit. So things like board development, board assessment, how you're managing your grant process or your grant application process. Many of the things that Veronica was alluding to. but, you know, we try to manage that locally. If you're Marinette Menominee, there's no charge for you. Catch a Fire, there's no charge for you. You know, these are all low-cost ways. And frankly, if you're looking for an opportunity that might feel like a Catch a Fire, but you're in Wisconsin, give us a call, because we're constantly reaching out to Wisconsin organizations that may be able to help the same way. Yep.
That would be awesome. So this question is for both of you. Where can more information be found about these programs?
Veronica?
Yeah, on our website, pretty easy URL, mihealthfund.org, and then all of our programs, our resources have easy drop downs. You can go to grant programs and then capacity building, and everything is listed pretty clearly out. There's a Catch a Fire logo with a little blurb about it, and then at the bottom, for more information, my email is listed right there.
Oh, very cool. How about you, John?
Same thing with us. Go to providenthealth.org or stop Madison at Starbucks. I'm usually at the grocery store. And if you have questions about the endowment fund, we'll be glad to hook you up with Veronica or any of the other folks that are there. I sat through the capacity building grant phone call for this cycle that Veronica just talked about.
Mm-hmm.
I did that a couple of weeks ago. Very clear, very concise. You know, if you're on the Michigan side and you're in healthcare, take a look at that, because it's a grant application that doesn't write itself, but there's lots of helps on the other side of the phone.
Oh, good.
To help you do it.
That's what I've noticed. I love that with the nonprofits, that you are able to be a resource and give resources where they never really had that before, did they?
Well, you know, I think a lot of times foundations were just viewed as writing checks.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I came into this game a little late, but it has certainly expanded well beyond that, with the recognition that we need that strong base of nonprofits to accomplish anything in what we're trying to do.
Absolutely. Well, is there anything else that you guys want to touch on today before we sign off?
Any other secrets behind the curtain, Veronica?
No, the webinar recording is on that website too.
Oh, all right.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Well, I want to say thank you guys for joining me and sharing this very, very interesting information. I find this just fascinating. So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, thank you for joining us. And everybody else, you have a great rest of your day.